We are at week number 41. Happy to say that I was able to earn $2,263.11. So that is more livable in a high cost of living area, but I definitely have a lot more room for improvement if I wanted to replace my former salary as a Silicon Valley engineer. So year to date, I am close to passing $20,000, so I'm quite happy with that. How's it going? It's Rocky, your stay-at-home dad, trading futures for a living. If you are new to the channel, welcome. The Friday content is pretty straightforward. I just run through a high level of how I did for the week. Trading is pretty much a lonely career because everyone that you may be communicating with is pretty much someone that you are competing with. So it's a very interesting career. But if you wanted to have somebody that you can relate to because no one in your family or none of your friends understand what you're truly doing, then you're at the right channel, because transparency is very important for me. And I do this because this is my way of journaling, and this is how I improve as a trader. So on Friday was my best day. I had 74 points that I was able to get on that day. And something about the post that I make is I focus on the points, not the dollar value. And that's the reason for that is because I want to be able to scale up someday and not panic based on the P&L dollar value. And a way for me to combat that is just by looking at it through points. I do post the actual trade that I take too. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write in the comments and I'll be more than happy to respond. And if I get a lot of feedback, then I'll make sure to do an analysis on that specific trade. So this is the account statement for ThinkOrSwim. You can see up here, I'm recording it on Sunday, October 12th, about 1:41 in the morning. So yeah, I'm trading this quite late because this is the only time that I actually have for myself to be able to make these recordings. And the calendar here, we're going to look at our statement starting from 2 Saturdays ago on the 4th. And we'll get that going up to October 11th there. So yesterday, Saturday. And the numbers that we do care about are first down here. These will be the ending cash for the futures balance. Let me redo that so we can actually see that value. There you go. And the ending balance right here for the cash and sweep vehicle. And then we will be subtracting our starting cash, which is this negative number here on the futures cash balance, and the negative number up here on the cash and sweep vehicle. And before I bring up the calculator, if we look at the description here, I did not make any deposit or withdrawals on the account. I'm hoping to actually go back to a weekly withdrawal starting next week because cash flow is really important to be able to survive in this career. All right, so bring the calculator up here, and we'll start with our ending cash of $33,193.96 plus $364.70. And we will subtract our starting cash of $32,550.16 minus $377.65. And on this week for ThinkOrSwim, we had a total of $1,386.15. And that's from, an average of getting just 25 points each day on each trade. So you really don't need to hit home runs when you are trading. And that value right there matches what I showed on my post for ThinkOrSwim of $1,386.15. Next, I am going to jump into NinjaTrader. And so let's jump into the account statement up here. And on the account statement, we'll go to account balance and history. We'll look at this week, or rather, we'll look at last week. And the starting day, we'll pick the 4th, like we did with ThinkOrSwim, and end that on October 12th. We'll run this, bring the calculator back, and then the values that we care about is essentially the ending cash here and the starting cash up here. So ending cash of $5,660.04. Subtract our starting cash of $4,783.08. So for NinjaTrader, I was able to earn $876.96. And if we go to the post, that's where the value that I posted matches up at $876.96. So if you add those two numbers up, $1,386.15 plus $876.96, and that is our grand total for week 41 of $2,263.11. And yeah, that's our proof for our progress this week. Keeping this nice, sweet, and short, and give me some feedback on how I can present content that may help you with your trading journey. And one thing that I'm actually working on personally on my YouTube channel is that I release trading content because it's easier for me to record it. But my goal for this channel is really more personal finance and financial independence. So hopefully I can pivot more to that type of content. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you on the next one.